Hello. Namaste and welcome to Pramanic Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. Can you confirm for the audio? If audio is all right, can anyone confirm the audio? And those who are watching it live, welcome to Friday live stream. And those who are watching it as an replay, this would be a question and answers. So if you have any question around Vedic astrology, please share your questions into the comment section. Yes, thank you, Aditya Ganesh. Audio is better. Audio is clear. Yes, Aditya Ganesh. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Audio all right. Yeah, last time I used laptop's audio, and audio wasn't great for the first few minutes or the most part of the stream. I'm so sorry for that. So welcome Aditya, Anupama, Ashirvad, Sam, Sandhya. So if you have any question, please just shoot it. Sir, namaskar. My date of birth, 16th of July, 16th of June, 1993, 11:45 a.m. Katak. Job में परेशानी. Okay, let's. 7th Lord, 11th house in Magha Nakshatra for Libra ascendant. So 7th Lord for okay, so 7th Lord for Libra ascendant. Let's make this as Libra ascendant. Okay, so 7th Lord. So Mars is in Magha Nakshatra in the 11th house. So when Mars goes into the 11th house, it aspects the 2nd house of family, 5th house of love and romance, and it also aspects the 6th house. And more so, when the 7th Lord goes into the 11th house, the 7th house is the house of your marriage and partnership, and the other society, the way it looks at you. Your social status can also be seen with the 7th house, and it goes into the house of desires, labha. Okay, so it's a very good placement to have. Okay, again, it's a trine, like 11th house is fifth from the 7th. Okay, so this is a very good combination. So it shows fulfillment of desire through the partner, or once you are connected with a partner, are in a marital relationship, you will have gains. Okay, and now this is being Mars. What is the name of the Mars? Mangal. Mangal is what? Good. Okay, so yeah, it's a very good placement. Okay, now let me just remove this. We'll go to the next one. Pitru Paksha, in this, are we not supposed to see couple matching and all? See couple matching, we should not do it the way we do it. Okay. Pitru Paksha is, in my opinion, is a very sacred time, because this is the time when we are paying, we are being grateful to our pitris. We are being grateful to our ancestors, because our life is a gift of our ancestors. That's why they gave us the gift. So Pitru Paksha is when, and if you look at the sun's placement as well, it is in the sign of Virgo. I already discussed this, that it is said to be closer to the Pitraloka when sun is going through Virgo, or when it is right after the Ananta Chaturdashi, Bhadrapad Chaturdashi. It is closer to the Pitru Paksha before the Navratri. Okay, so yeah, but you know, I I don't believe in like, I believe that Pitru Paksha is a very good time. It's the time to connect with your ancestors and be grateful about the life, and be grateful about the resources they had kept for us, the legacy of wisdom, of money, whatever it is they have kept for us, and we just be grateful about it. Okay. And regarding the couple matching, couple matching is a very complicated subject. Okay. The most important part of couple matching is, you should, I already made a video. In fact, I'm creating a course on compatibility matching. Okay. But not the Gunamilan. Is a very robotic method of calculating compatibility. Compatibility, you have to see the ascendant nakshatra of the girl with the ascendant nakshatra of the boy, moon nakshatra of the girl with the moon nakshatra of the boy, seventh lord, lord of the boy, seventh lord of the girl, and so on. And the most important part of the compatibility matching is the dasha sequence of the boy and girl. Dasha sequence of the boy and girl is the most important part of the compatibility. But yes, Pitrupaksha, in my opinion, does not have any bad impact on mm, couple matching. Okay, I have some opinion about couple matching, the way we should do it, but it has nothing to do with the Pitrupaksha. Okay, now again, what is the significance of Pitrupaksha and Ketu? Yeah, Ketu is a planet which is supposed to be the planet of the previous things. We always say that Rahu is a forward planet. Rahu looks and thinks about the future. So he's always tabooed, because no one in his generation understand what that Rahu is talking. So we all have some unusual thoughts of the future wherever we have Rahu placed in. Ketu is an orthodox planet which thinks about the previous lives as well. So when, I don't uh, um, significance you are looking for, but yes, these two are connected with the ancestors, the previous life. Okay, now let's move to another question. Guys, I request you not to share your birth details here. Please don't do that. Okay. How to see where will I meet my spouse? To be frank, I don't know. Okay, there are methods. You can, you know see the seventh lord, see the Darakaraka, and the things associated with it, and so on. But personally, I don't have knowledge about it, and I don't do it. Okay, so I can't really comment on that. Can I go abroad for job purpose in? Please don't. Please don't mm, put your birth details here, Rupesh. Please. For my son Aditya Kopargaon, Ahmednagar, Maharashtra, working years on student visa. He wants to settle there and also looking for a suitable partner. Please, can. Yes, Anupamaji, but please don't share his birth details here. I'm just removing this. Okay, does planet in the seventh always influence on the spouse nature? Of course, yes. There are certain things which signifies the spouse. The seventh house from moon, Darakaraka, seventh lord, and all kinds of things. Okay, and everything means something. Everything has a meaning. Okay, why there's seventh house from the Venus as well, or the seventh house from the Lagna itself. It has influence on the nature of your spouse, the kind of planet it is, whether the seventh lord is Mars, or the seventh lord is Moon, or the seventh lord is Jupiter. That will decide the nature of the partner for you. Yes, what planets or conjunctions cause heart problems for Scorpio ascendant? Yeah, okay. So there are certain conditions, and you and if you want to know about it, you should just check which are the signs which signifies the heart space, and also you should check the sixth house lord, and also check the lagna. Okay, these are the three pointers I would give you to look for it. In your case, the ascendant lord is Mars. Okay, and the sixth house lord is also Mars. So you have to be really careful about where the Mars is and what's happening with the Mars. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, Adityaji, you are welcome. Sir, my Virgo Lagna Lord Mercury debilitated in Pisces along with Venus in the seventh house. Saturn's third aspect is there. No planet in Lagna. When will a life change will happen related to career? I'm 31st now. Okay, so life changing career would happen when you have when you have uh, the 10th lord transiting over the 10th house. Your ascendant is Virgo. Okay, so the 10th lord is also Virgo. Okay, so 10th lord, and so for you Mercury becomes really important. So anytime Mercury is conjunct or aspecting the 10th lord of your chart or the Jupiter, you will get a rise in your career. Okay, but for the bigger life changing things, you have to look for the Mahadasha of your plan, uh, of the chart. That will give you a real idea. Akshay says hello. Hello, Akshayji. Welcome. Did I miss any question? No. Okay. So freaking awesome. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Let's see. Many people assume if they have planets or planet in the 12th house, they will go abroad, but it doesn't work like that. There has to be some connection with certain houses. For example, fourth house connection with the 12th house. So true. Freaking awesome. You are an amazing contributor to the community. Guys, this guy replies to the questions asked in a comment. I try to read all the comments. I I read the comments for at least 2 hours every day and try to reply to most of the comments. Which, if any one of you have any question, you should put your questions in the comment box. I read them. This guy, freaking awesome, goes through the comment as well, and I see him everywhere responding to the queries of the friend. Thank you, freaking awesome. You're really awesome. I appreciate. Yeah, yeah. You already do. You already do. I see you everywhere. Wherever I go and trying to respond, I see your response as well. It's such a great feeling to see someone helping other friends as well. So my fourth and seventh Lord Jupiter is in the 12th house in Leo. I'm Virgo ascendant Lagna. Lagna Lord in seventh house. Can I go abroad as per alignment? 12th Lord exalted in the eighth house. Okay. So my fourth and the seventh Lord is in the fourth and the seventh Lord Jupiter in the 12th house in Leo. I'm Virgo, like the Lord in seventh. Can I, with these placements, whatever you're saying, I see a connection with the foreign things. Okay. But the confirmation will come with the Mahadasha. So check your Mahadasha and see if you have any connection with the 12th Lord, fourth house, with this Dasha sequence as well. Let's say you are going through you are going through, let's say, Jupiter and Sun Mahadasha, or Sun and Jupiter, the 12th Lord, and a planet placed into the 12th Lord, or something like that, which is pointing towards the foreign settlement. That will give you that event. Okay. And if you are looking for a detailed analysis of your chart for foreign things, you can, I think I have a reading about it. You can check that as well, wherein I just focus on a chart and look at it through the foreign settlement perspective. Okay. Akshay, what can we expect if retro debilitated Saturn plus Jupiter is in Aries sign, 10th house, Cancer ascendant? Great. Okay, so here is the thing. Whenever you have Jupiter and Saturn conjunct, you have to be really careful while making predictions, because these two are the biggest planets of the solar system. And one of the most important thing about these planets is you have the dasha of Saturn and Jupiter back to back. Okay. So right after 16 years of Jupiter, you have Saturn's 20 years, almost 20 years, 19 years, but consider it as more than 15 years. So it's like almost 34 years of your life would be decided by these two planets. And when you have them in conjunction, I always say, whenever I see Jupiter and Saturn conjunction, I just stop for a while. I I I like to wait for a while. I like to analyze the chart even more. Okay, so when you have retro and debilitated Saturn in Aries, okay, so whenever you have Saturn debilitated and retrograde, retrogression of the planets, I've already made a separate video, but I like the Saturn retrograde placement. I like that placement because it makes you review your work and work style again. Let's say you're doing certain things in your life when you have Saturn retrograde, and let's say you're going through some of the Saturn related dasha, antardasha, or that time period, and you have Saturn retrograde in your birth chart. What it does is it makes you review your work ethics again, the way you work, the way you value things, which things you value, All these things you are going to review. Okay. And it also, you can also expect that this retro and debilitated Saturn will make you fearful about what people say about you. You would experience certain kind of a social burden on you regarding kind of what people think about you. So yes, but Jupiter in Aries is a very good placement because it's in its friend Mars house and fiery sign, and the Sattvic planet of Jupiter does, great in the sign of Aries. Okay, and more so, the 10th house of any chart is considered as the Upacha house, the house which grows with time. So when you have malefic planet like a Saturn placed in there, the planet of karma comes into the house of karma. So Saturn feels really comfortable. Okay, but remember, this retrogression and debilitation together doesn't make it doesn't make it mm, exalted. Always remember that. Okay. And whenever you have Saturn and Jupiter in the Aries sign, the Mars becomes important. Okay. And Mars is also a planet which is ruling the Kendra as well as the trine. So it is a Rajayogic planet for a Cancer ascendant. So check where the Mars is for you. Okay. And by any chance, if it is aspecting the Sun Jupiter conjunction, it will strengthen them. Okay. Just check that as well. Okay, what he's saying. Yes, I'm fearful about what people think about me. Yeah, this is because of retrograde Saturn, which makes you fearful. It brings some burden, some social burden on you. Okay, yeah, yes. Thank you, sir. Great. In Punarvasu Nakshatra, Mithun Rashi, in third house, Jupiter and Venus conjunction, what it is, its characteristics. I forget the first question. Okay, in Punarvasu Nakshatra, Mithun Rashi in third house, Jupiter and Venus conjunction. What is its characteristics? See, whenever you have Jupiter Venus conjunction, it's a very good conjunction because what it is doing is, it is the conjunction of the two of the gurus. Jupiter is also the guru of the devas. The Brihaspati is also the guru of the devas, and Venus is the guru of the asuras. So no matter uh, what they teach, both of them are teachers. Both of them are benefic. Okay, so when these two benefic conjunct, it's a very good sign. And when they are conjunct in third house, okay, check the lordship. First thing you have to do is to check the lordship, because third house is the house of communication, and Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. So you would love to communicate about the Jupiterian things to the people. You would love to communicate about the Venusian things, about the Venusian things, about the uh, in communication. Okay, and more so, the third house planets also aspects the ninth house of the horoscope. Okay, so when a planet aspects the house opposite to it, it has some impact on it. So your bhagya is also having impact of these two planets. Now check the lordship of these two planets in your chart, and you would observe that these two planets and the houses which they rule also has certain connection with your ninth house of bhagya. Okay. Okay, is there any speciality of Rahu's Ketu Nakshatra and Ketu in Rahu's Nakshatra? Yes, definitely, they are highly karmic. No doubt about that. Okay, check the lords as well of both the Rahu and Ketu. Ankur, please explain seventh lord in Adra Nakshatra results. Yeah. Okay, so seventh lord is the lord of the marriages, and Ardra Nakshatra is the nakshatra of destruction. Okay, but it is also about the lightning thunders. It is also about the teardrop. And Ardra Nakshatra is right after the Taurus sign, which is the sign of Nandishwar, Vrishabha, which is sitting next to Mahadev, Bhagwan Shankarji, right? And the Rudra is right after that, Nandiji. Okay, so there is a story about the Manmat, which was born into these Taurus sign. Okay, coming back to the seventh lord into the Ardra Nakshatra. So Ardra Nakshatra is also about, apart from destruction, it is about the energy as well. And destruction is the destruction of the unwanted things. And when seventh lord goes into it, seventh lord is also about the endings of life. You won't believe that first house is the house of rising. Yeah, like sun is rising, and seventh house is the house of sunset. Okay, and now you have seventh lord placed into the sign of destruction, into the sign of, not sign, the nakshatra of the Rudra. It brings in tremendous energies as well. It brings in, because it is, Rudra is like a thunderbolt, right? So apart from destruction, it is about the speed as well, lightning speed. Okay, so when seventh lord goes into Ardra Nakshatra, it is all about the, it's all about the speed. Okay, it is also about the unusual nature of that spouse. Okay, that spouse would be sharp, brilliant. Okay, so yeah, these are the qualities of the seventh lord into the Ardra. So don't get, don't think like it's in Ardra, so it would be destruction and it would be bad. We have to really interpret these things liberally. Uh, we have to use them liberally, okay, not the literal meaning of them. Okay, so my Saturn retro in Mrugashira in Taurus in 8th house, also in its Mahadasha now. Yes, what you said about retrogression is correct. Yes, thank you, Anupamaji, for the confirmation. First house lord in the seventh house in the Nakshatra of Hasta. What can it say about the spouse? Yeah, spouse is a very complicated thing, because you know first house in the seventh, first lord in the seventh house itself shows that your focus of life would be on the spouse, on searching a right person. Okay, but more so, Hasta Nakshatra is the meaning of the word Hasta. It has one element called as Hasya, right? We call it Hasta, literally means the hands, the feast, and the things it shows. Like it shows strength, it shows determination, it shows unity, it shows many other things. Okay, it also shows the secrecy. Okay, when I say hand, Hasta, there are so many meanings to it. Okay, now the first lord, the lord of the first house of yourself, is going into the seventh house, which is away from the self, and into this fast nakshatra. Okay, so what it shows is, it shows some kind of a secrecy as well with respect to spouse. Okay, and there would be some connection with the water as well, about the spouse. Now, Kaustaviji, is there any special meaning or significance of Darakaraka and Atmakaraka being present in the same house? Mine is in the ninth house. I think you asked this at the very end of the last session as well, and I missed it. I just read it after I closed the session. Anyway, so yeah, of course, there are certain yogas which are Gemini yogas and which are Gemini Raj yogas. And one of the combination is when you have Darakaraka and Atmakaraka conjunct in your birth chart. Okay, so Darakaraka is a planet with the lowest degrees, is the thing which you don't have in your life. That's what you seek that in others. And whenever you have these two planets together in one house, it's a Raj Yoga of Gemini astrology. And Gemini astrology yogas are mostly non Dasha dependent. So they're not dependent on Dasha sequence. So once you have this placement, it is activated forever. It's a Raj Yoga. Okay. So it's a very good placement. It shows that you have some you have some connection and you have some rhythm with your spouse. Like the first house is the house of Atmakaraka and the Darakaraka. It's like the conjunction of the first lord and the seventh lord. Okay, very interesting combination to have. Anmol Mathur, first lord Jupiter in the seventh house. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, right now. What happens if someone's Karakamsha chart and D1 chart is same? Yeah, so it's good, right? There's nothing to worry about. Yeah. Ankur. Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, Ankur. You're welcome. Aditya Ganesh, thank you very much, sir. Yes, thank you. There is a Ketu and Mars connection in the 12th house for Scorpio ascendant. What does this signify? Yeah, 12th house is the house of your energies, and Mars is a planet of abundance and energy. So, whenever you have Mars placed into the 12th house, it shows the exhaustion of the energy for the person. And Ketu in the 12th house shows whenever you would be separated or lose something in your life, you would gain something at the same time. Okay, this is also an interesting combination. I have already made a video on this Mars Ketu conjunction as well as Rahu in the 6th house and Ketu in the 12th house. Go and check out that video, it's a very important video. Now let's look at Venus in Purvashada 10th house. Venus in Purvashada in the 10th house. Yeah, it did. Already made a video about this, I guess. Venus in the 10th house. You just check that out. Please discuss the Venus Ketu conjunction in Navamsha chart. Yes. In Navamsha chart, you have to see how they have traveled to the Navamsha. You have to see what is the placement of them in D1 and check them in the D9. I already made a video about D1 versus D9. You should definitely check that out. Yes. Okay. If you have any question, I'm just waiting for your questions. If Venus is directly on the ascendant, same degree as the ascendant in the first house, and yeah, it shows some deeper impact on of Venus on the birth chart. Venus is the lord of both third and the 10th house and sits in the fifth house, Sagittarius, in the birth chart. But suddenly in D9 chart, there is a Venus and Jupiter conjunction. Yeah, It does. So, what is your question, Sandeshi? Sir, how Ardra moon can give results when the moon is 11th house? Yeah, you have to add them both. You have to add the 11th house lordship with the moon's qualities. I already discussed that, so I'm not discussing that again. Yes. So yes, this was the Friday session. If you have any question, reach out to me in the comment section. Okay, we have one more question. My question is, there a certain detachment from Venus related things in that? No, 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 it's not like that. Why? Because uh, your D9 operates in a different way. The houses in D9 are not same as houses in D1. Like the first house of D1 is different from the first house of D9. It's not your Lagna, it's not you. Okay. So 12th house in D9 doesn't mean, don't apply the same principles as the 12th house in the D1 chart. Okay. So whenever you have this placement of Venus and Jupiter, and in the D9 chart, there is a sudden Jupiter Venus conjunction. No, it doesn't work like that. Don't worry about it. So, guys, if you're getting value from this video, please hit the like button. Okay, now Mariana Mara, sorry, new at this, found out I have Gulliga Mandi in Leo, ninth house, where I have Saturn and Mercury. What is it trying to tell? Thank you so much. Yeah, if you're new at this, don't get into Gulika and Mandi. They are Upagraha, okay? And they have their own path and story. You should focus more on D1 and 9 planets. That is enough for you. Third and eighth Lord Mars is in the sixth house in Aquarius, Virgo Lagna. Is Mars Mahadasha will be tough? Why do you think that? Mars loves the sixth house things. Mars is the planet of strength and competition, and sixth house is the house of daily routines, delays, arguments, enemies. Like Mars loves to crush your enemies. Okay, so don't worry about it. It's a very good combination. But during that period of your like Mars Mahadasha, you will experience that this you would during that phase you will experience that you're not ready to compromise on things because of this. Do we see Viparit Raj Yoga or Parivartan Yoga in divisional charts? Yeah, you can see that. You can apply all the yogas on divisional charts. Okay. So what you can't see in divisional chart is you should not look for combustion in divisional chart. You should not look for any kind of a retrogression in divisional charts. You should not check for any uh, things which are astronomical, right? Like retrogression or what we discussed earlier. You should not go for that. Okay. But yeah, these yogas you can apply it to your divisional chart as well. Yeah. So what if Rahu is in Cancer ascendant Pusha Nakshatra third pada? What can we expect from this position? Yeah, it's a very good position because this nakshatra is the ruled by Saturn, and this is the position where you would change uh, you would change your things around certain areas of your life, because first house is the house of personality. Rahu and is the planet of change, is a change agent, and it's coming into the Pusha nakshatra. Thanks. Please do a video about Rahu's in Ketu Nakshatra and vice versa as a yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I noted that. I definitely try to make one video. So do you have any question? Please share that. I'm waiting for your questions. Saturn return and middle phase of Saraswati occurring at the same time, or instead of excessive workload, there is no work. What could be there? Yeah, there could be so many reasons around it. Okay, check the dashas, because dashas are more powerful. Saturn return or Saraswati is just a transit. Transit is like an environment, but Mahadasha is for Mahadasha is like the roads you would get in your journey. Okay, so don't give much attention to Sadesati or any transit. They are important, but they are not as important as Mahadasha. Okay, so focus more on Mahadasha. Let's say someone has Saturn return and middle phase of Saraswati, and they are going through the Mahadasha of their 10th Lord, or they are going through the Mahadasha of their Lagna Lord. They may not feel it, because these challenging situations are there, challenging placements are there, but they don't feel like it, and they're just crushing it. Okay, so the Mahadasha becomes more important than just these transits. And Saraswati and Saturn return are both transit, important transits, but still they are just the transits. I'm just waiting for your questions, guys. Going through the Mahadasha of the 10th Lord and Antar Sea. And if you have Saturn return and Sadesati, it will hardly bother. It will hardly bother you, because you're going through the 10th Lord Dasha. And so there are many other things as well. Like you're going through Sadesati, but you're going through the 11th Lord Dasha of gains. You would keep getting the gains. If sir seventh lord sun debilitated in the eighth house, is this affect marriage? No planet in the seventh and no benefic aspect. Yeah, it will definitely impact your marriage, but more so, it will create a curiosity for your partner into your life as to what's happening in. They would be curious about you. They wanted to know more about you. In a way, this is a good sign. Guys, if you have any question, please share your question. Okay. Otherwise, I'm just closing this call. See you in the next live session on Friday. Okay, sir, I'm listening and have not yet formulated my questions. Is this okay to be listening? Why not? Definitely. It's it's okay. Just keep note of your queries and share them next time. Or maybe you can email me. But this is more important. Like this is more uh, useful for other friends as well who seek, or they get the answers to the question when I'm asking to someone else's question. Okay, so uh, definitely you should do that. It's okay, you'll have your turn. Okay, so yes, I'm closing the stream now. See you in the next stream. Bye bye.